All right, everybody, we're recording. I think we are. All right. Just Jim, I wanted to give a little CC on this image. The only thing I love it, a lot of impact, and I wanted to make a recording of it because it was easier for me to talk to you and show you in Photoshop instead of typing this all out. Do you see how this area right in here, this happens to me a lot whenever I shoot because I'm fast and I get to talking to my customers, and as a result this area gets dark because my light, I don't know about you, but it looks like to me your light is up here and it's coming kind of down on the subject. Not to mention the fact that this arm is blocking the light from kind of hitting on the face. Now light is an amazing thing and it can wrap around things and do all kinds of stuff. The darkness of this outfit also will literally subtract light from down here. Now that's all fine and dandy, and we could discuss how we could have used reflectors and gobos and all sorts of things to bend and mend that light around. But in this particular case, boom, you had the expression, you had the eyes, the background was clean, the pose was, I've done that hand in the hair pose. Man, all that stuff just sometimes just happens, and it just happens right now. And that's just my observation. So anyway, with that said, here's what I notice. To fix this, I'm going to show you what I do. Control M opens up, make sure I'm inside Photoshop. Control M will open up curves. And when you open up the curves dialog box and you touch the area you want to adjust, do you see that little dot flying around? Notice it's like right in here. This little dot flying around on the curve. So that tells me where I have to go. So I grab this area and I forget about what's happening on the top of her head. Yes, I know it's getting bright, but I just look down below, like from the nose down. And I look right about there and I think, okay, now that's starting to look pretty good. And then I click OK. Then I go over to my history palette. I then put this, see this paintbrush with the arrow? I put that next to this curves. It's called the state. And then I back up one and I put it back the way it was. But putting that paintbrush with the arrow next to the curve state, I'm saying that I now want to paint what happened here with this brush. See this brush right here? It's a paintbrush with a little back arrow. Click that. Now, everywhere that I paint with this paintbrush, and I'm going to do that around 45-ish percent. Everywhere that I paint, I am doing what I just did with that curve. Now, there's many ways to do this in Photoshop, but this is how I do it. So now I just paint underneath here, underneath her nose, and I add in light. See, just like that, underneath her nose. And do you see how now I've evened out this dark area is now evened out with this light area. Now to just balance it just a hair more, I do it again. Control M opens up curves. Now I take this really light area and see that's affecting way up here and I darken it. And I forget about what's happening underneath her nose now. I just look at the top area and I go, okay, right about there. Click OK. I do the same thing again. I put my paintbrush with my arrow next to that curve stake. I back off. I go over back to my paintbrush with the curve arrow, normal, opacity 45, and now I just rub into this area, which is all this top area, and I take it down just a bit, okay, and just like that. So I now evened her out top to bottom, and if you don't believe me, I'm going to go before and after. Before, after, before, after, and I'm going to go ahead and save this after and repost it next to your before on the Pro Forum. Hopefully this little tutorial helps someone, and that's it. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Hope y'all enjoying the contest.